Hi everyone, welcome to this tarot read. Thank you very much for joining me. So we're going to dive on in here. And remember guys, this is going to be a general read. So it might resonate with you, it might not, that's just fine. There might even be sort of bits and pieces that resonate. That's fine too. Just take whatever messages feel right to you and feel free to leave the rest. Let's see what we got going on. Patience. Patience. What does somebody need to have patience for? Somebody thought they were growing a material harvest. Someone thought they were going to be getting abundance. They were being extremely patient. It was something very much that they desired too. That sacral chakra definitely speaks to desires. Let me grab a few more here. So this was like something that they were hoping would change. It was like a cycle of behavior. It's not theirs though. This has to do with someone around this person. And hoping that somebody's behavior would change. Hoping that somebody would find some insight. It's like someone was being really patient with somebody else, hoping that they would be able to see that something that they were doing was destructive or negative. And being able to sort of come around and get their shit together because they were hoping for a material harvest. I don't mean just money, like having abundance with this person, building a life with this person. Somebody that perhaps they wanted to settle down with, trapped in fear. And while they were sort of with this patience, sort of waiting for someone to change, there definitely were fearful. This person was very fearful. They were like worrying about what this person was doing. Because I feel like someone was out doing something destructive, and somebody was sort of left at home wondering. But forever hopeful, I feel like in this light card, it's like hope springs eternal. Like somebody hung on for a good long while. Probably longer than at this point in time they wish they would have, because whatever this was, this relationship, it did come to an end. Somebody finally made the sacrifice. Someone finally cut ties with somebody else because they knew that someone wasn't going to see the light, or somebody wasn't going to gain insight and bring forward change. Accelerate motion. You know, it's like somebody thought this was going to be wish fulfillment for them too. Somebody thought they were going to gain abundance, wish fulfillment, happiness from this situation, from this relationship. I also see in the cards with this accelerated motion, like this person threw everything they had into a relationship with whoever this was. Like they dove in with both feet. They invested their heart, their soul, maybe money, whatever it was, they completely invested in this relationship. And this is why they had patience and they had hope. If I'm just this much enough, maybe this person will get their shit together. I don't feel like that's what happened here though. So we'll see what the Gilded Tarot brings forward. You know, and this person, okay. See, now this makes a little bit more sense. This person who they were trying to be patient with, who they were hoping would break a cycle, this was like a karmic for them. This is a karmic for them. Because this person was actually in another relationship at the time that they met this karmic. And they left somebody. They left somebody very quickly. And I feel like probably without a decent explanation or consideration for this person's feelings when they went to this karmic. Because this karmic sort of presented this Nine of Pentacles energy, like this pure, this innocent, sort of carefree energy. They definitely are carefree. They are carefree. This karmic doesn't really take other people's feelings into account. And that's why they're a karmic, and that's why this person sort of needed to have this in their life. They had to learn this lesson, that this is what it feels like when somebody doesn't take someone else's feelings into account with their behavior. Because that's what happened when they left to go to this karmic. They hurt somebody when they just up and left. And so this karmic is sort of teaching them what it feels like. And I do feel like it was a situation where, like the one they left where their partner had actually invested more emotionally in them than they had. I feel like they were kind of wishy-washy, whereas their partner had deeper feelings for them and was probably quite patient with them and hoping that, you know, they would come around, that things would develop, that they would be able to settle down and build a life together. And so when they up and walked away, that really hurt somebody. And that's why this karmic had to come forward to teach this person a lesson. I don't think that they're blind to this being a karmic lesson. Do you feel like whoever this person is, they're definitely hurting, but I feel like within that, they're actually able to step back a bit and gain some insight. I think there's some level of them that recognizes that, oh shit, this is what I did to who I left. This is exactly what happened, and now it's like the shoe is on the other foot. But it's like they just wanted it to work with this karmic so bad. They didn't want to see, there were red flags. There were red flags. There were warning signs that this karmic wasn't somebody who was going to settle down with them. But they just wanted it to work so bad that they sort of ignored that. And I feel like they did that for quite a while. Like there was a lot of shit behavior on this karmic side. I don't know if they were going out partying, if they were using drugs, if they were humping around or whatever it was. But they were extremely patient, hoping that this person would come around, hoping that this person would care about them enough to stop doing whatever it was that they were doing. Okay. And that's what happened. That's what happened. So this karmic did take up with somebody else. This is part of what it wasn't just going out and partying. There was a lot of other shit leading up to this. But this karma did go out and they did have an affair with somebody. They did have an affair. They pursued some passion with someone else. I have this distinct impression from the cards that whoever this was that they had an affair with was either an extremely close friend or a family member to this person who they were seeing and in a relationship with. And and this person didn't see it coming either. Like they wouldn't have expected that this person close to them would have an affair with the karmic either. So they were shocked on sort of like two fronts. Like this was just too far. This karmic had done a lot of shitty things before that they were willing to overlook. They were willing to be patient with. But this was too much. This was too far. This karmic is just acting like a spoiled brat. Like they're very vain. They're very self-centered. They're very selfish. They're very narcissistic. Like they don't think about other people's feelings, and really they couldn't care less. They couldn't care less. And they sort of float through life like this, or have been for quite a while, where they go through relationships, and these are the kinds of relationships that they have. There's always affairs involved. There's always lies involved. They're extremely superficial. For the most part, they have to do with sex, because this is actually sort of that level that this karmic is on at this point. Their sort of evolution, the mental, emotional, spiritual evolution. This is kind of where they're at. They're kind of towards the bottom there. This is somebody who still has quite a distance to go on their universal life path. But they're definitely teaching others a lesson. I feel like other people are gaining clarity. The people that they run into, the people that they hurt, they're sort of like bouncing around and sort of teaching other people. And I know that sounds crazy, but they're teaching other people sort of what really matters in life, what really matters in a relationship, not something superficial, because they look pretty shiny. This person, whoever this karmic is, I have the distinct impression that this person is actually quite physically attractive. And so a lot of people are drawn to that physical attractiveness, that physicality. And it's like teaching them that there's more to it than someone just being good looking, right? There are more important things, like someone who's solid, somebody who has traditional values, someone who you can count on when shit gets rough, someone who's going to support you as much as you support them. I feel like this person's actually learning that from this karmic. They're actually learning their karmic life lesson, which, I mean, you got to give somebody kudos for that. Even though they were a bit of an asshat to someone else, like they're starting to gain some insight now. Sort of how they treat other people, how they enter other relationships. and what really counts in a relationship too, what really counts in a partner. Because whoever they were with in the past, whether, they were destined to marry that person or not, I feel like that person was a decent person, a person who could be counted on, somebody who was faithful, somebody who was honest, somebody who was caring and kind. And they're realizing that they stepped away from that, from something that was just shiny. But it was all smoke and mirrors, right? This karmic wasn't as nice as it looked. And I do feel like this person realizes it now. This person is learning this karmic life lesson, but it took a tower for it to happen. It took them getting their heart broken and that shoe being sort of on the other foot and being treated the way that they treated somebody else, to be able to see what it really means to have a good partner in life and how important it is to take other people's feelings into account. And that is what the Queen of Pentacles is about too, with this Queen of Pentacles energy. She's somebody who's caring. She's somebody who's kind. She's somebody who's generous. And this is a side of this person that's going to start coming forward more in future relationships and future dealings with other people. And not just romantic relationships, but friendships, family members too. I feel like this person sort of, I don't want to say they were really selfish or self-centered, but they weren't as giving as they could be. They weren't as kind as they could be. They weren't as considerate as they could be in the past. And not just in romance, I feel like with everyone. This was kind of a general way that they went through things. I do feel like they're learning lessons from this, is actually sort of changing the way that they go through the world. And they're realizing that the only thing that's going to stop them from having a positive connection with someone, from sharing that beautiful bond that they really want and they're really looking for genuinely, is them, their choices, their behavior, their hang-ups. So they realize that this is a life journey for them, that there are life lessons that they need to learn so that they can improve their own lives. And so when all of this came to an end, it's like this lesson that they learned, feel like it hit them quite quickly. Like, yes, there was a whole lot of heartache in there. There was like that emotional shock that this could happen to them, not just the person they're in a relationship with, but also being betrayed by somebody close to them. But I feel like quite quickly, they actually had that flash in their head, like the shoes on the other foot. Like, now somebody's treating me like I don't matter, just like I treated someone else like they don't matter. Within that, like, that was personal growth. That was sort of this wheel of fortune turning for them. It turned to the shit so that they could figure it out in their head. And now it can start to turn into something more positive. But that's like that hanging man. This is something that they're going to turn themselves. They're responsible for turning their own wheel of fortune. If they want to have this positive relationship, if they want to have this positive connection with someone, it's like they have to learn how to give that respect. They have to learn how to build that respectful relationship, to move with truth, honesty, and integrity. If they expect to find somebody who's going to be a steady Eddie and somebody who's going to be in it for the long haul, they have to be in it for the long haul too. They have to temper those emotions, those desires, and not just chase the first thing that's really fucking shiny. They got to look for what's deeper, what's under the surface. That's what counts. That's what's going to determine whether somebody's going to be there in the long haul, through thick and thin, when shit gets tough. So yes, this ending that happened for this person, this came with a shit ton of burdens, emotional burdens, shadow work that they're having to do. But it was actually the best thing that could happen for them. It brought a lot of stuff to light and is allowing them to gain insight in moving forward. But it is a healing process, and it's a process that's going to take a while for them. It's going to be a while before they come out the other side of this. This was a hell of a lot of hurt, because like I said, this wasn't just romance. This was like somebody else. This was somebody important in their life. Either, like I said, a close friend or a family member who also betrayed them as well. So there is a lot of healing to do here. We're going to grab a crystal card, guys. And it's going to sort of be like an energy card for this read. So soothe your soul, Celestite. So this person, that definitely fits, because this person has a lot of healing to do. It's going to be a lot of days where they're going to feel crappy and probably cry themselves to sleep. In the end, though, this person is learning their life lessons. They are choosing to have enough insight to step back from what's going on and to be able to move through life in a better way. So you got to give them that. Alrighty guys, I hope that you enjoyed the read, and if you did or found value in it, please hit that like button, that subscribe button. It helps me to keep getting these messages out there. Alrighty guys, have a great day. Take care.